Hello,
Hello. Okay,
I,
that's not working right. Um,
what's not working right?
Wild.
You can hear me okay?
There you are. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Am I loud enough or not too loud?
yeah, you're fine. It was me. Um,
Okay.
I pretty much wiped this computer out and started over this week.
What's
And
running on it?
I'm sorry.
What are you running on it?
Um, Linux Mint 22 dot 2 and the Cinnamon desktop.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I tried to upgrade it and had all kinds of weird issues, including the machine just randomly deciding to kernel panic. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's not good when your machine just randomly decides to kernel panic. Um,
I've been running LDME, which is um,
the Debian flavor.
yeah, of it's Linux Mint, but it's Linux Mint built on, um, why can't I think of it?
It, it's built on Debian and not Ubuntu.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's it. It seems to be pretty solid.
I this little laptop that you probably can't see over here.
Yeah.
um that that I run the scanner stuff on. Um, let's see. That little guy right there.
Yeah.
It's a 32-bit machine, and up until recently, like this version of Linux Mint DE does not support 32-bit, but I'm running a an old version of LMDE. I think I'm running 5 on it. So it's a couple
Five.
versions old, but
Okay.
it runs beautiful. It doesn't need to connect to the internet. It just needs to do scanner stuff. So I don't particularly care that it's running an old version. But
Okay.
but up until recently, they still supported 32-bit machines. So I'm kind of a little disappointed that they stopped doing that. I mean, I guess 32-bit machines are getting older and harder to work on and come by, but
Well, I think that there aren't many of them being made anymore. I think the 32-bit processors have been pretty well phased out.
I would agree with that, except in the industrial world. I think they still use quite a few because you'll still find well, they're probably not even 32-bit. They're probably 8-bit machines, 8088s, and you'll find some old Pentium class machines still
Hmm.
running control software. So I think there's still a use for it. It's probably not a use for consumers, but you know, um, but ah, so anyway, because I had to wipe out everything, I'm having to get stuff set back up.
Okay.
You know how that is. You've done that several times, I'm sure.
I have done it more than several times.
Right. So,
I decided I'll just try something. and then I get myself down a rabbit hole, and I'm there for a few days, and then I finally sort things out again.
Well, so when I couldn't hear you, you were actually coming through the speakers on the computer, but that wasn't right. And when I got it to come through the headset, it was extremely loud. So
Oh, okay.
that was not right.
So it's okay now?
I'm fine. No, it wasn't you. It was me. It was just the volume was set clear to 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't you. I mean, mm, well, it's a background.
Well, I'm watching the camera over my garage that points out to the driveway, and looks like they're getting some rain there, at least in Milford.
Lots of rain. It's been raining most of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Well, for a while you were short of rain, so
that's
that's
true.
good.
Yeah, now we've got too much. Just we, we don't need any more rain.
Well, this time of year you normally get a fair amount of rain in that area.
It's usually not quite like this. It's this is just kind of a miserable, hard, dry, not dry, cold rain. It just and it's just kind of there. It's not like it's raining hard, hard. It's raining enough to be miserable.
Hmm.
Uh, You go outside and you're just, oh, it's raining. And it's
Well,
cold. It's according to my little weather things, it's not exactly warm out, but it says that it's like 49 out. So it's not cold, but the rain is just making it cold.
uh-huh. Well, I enjoy the rain, and if you live in an area where you don't get any rain for 6 months out of the year, you really come to appreciate rain.
Yeah. I I hear you. Uh, we needed the rain, but it's it's just, it gets old real fast when once you've got it. Went to an auction uh yesterday and ended up buying something that I probably shouldn't have bought.
Which was,
About 100 board games.
holy crap.
Yeah. Um, $20. I got all of them for $20, which is a heck of a deal, but we have no room. I have no idea what to do with them, where to put them. But I have been, we have been going through making sure all the pieces and everything is with them, and we've only found out of we've done like got through about 40 games so far, and we've only found uh I think two games that were actually missing pieces. So one game is missing its instructions, which I can't seem to locate online, which is kind of weird. But $20. I'm nuts, so I'm just absolutely crazy.
So
That
what was this auction?
it
I
was
mean,
it was just a somebody had passed away and they were auctioning off contents of a house, and eventually they were
okay.
going to I guess the plan was clean up the house and sell it, but they hadn't gotten to that point yet. They were trying to
So,
get rid of all the miscellaneous stuff that was in the house, and there was a lot
so,
of just stuff.
so this was an estate auction.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Um,
So was there any technical stuff? Any? It
no,
was mostly just accumulated junk.
it was mostly just accumulated junk, and it was miserable, raining. There weren't a whole lot of people there. The auctioneer finally got to all these board games, and he just goes, I'm going to sell you every last one of them. I'm tired. It's time to go. We got to get this done. And I just was like, okay. Um, Started off at like $5, and then somebody else, and it only went for $20, and that was completely unexpected because I mean, hundred hundred-ish board games. I think we counted 98, I think is what we counted, but you can't get board games that cheap. And a lot of them were brand new. They never used them. So, but I don't know. May, maybe it was just the right time to be standing there to buy stuff I don't need. But I told Patty, there's a couple of there's a couple of games in there that will bring 60, $100 on eBay. And I said, if anybody was really paying attention, there's no way that should have gone for $20.
Well, it sounds like it wasn't a well-attended auction.
It wasn't. And I think the fact that he just said that he was going to sell all of them at one time, I mean, you have to be a kind of nutty to want to take 100 board games home. So that's been my fun for the past, well, all of today and most of yesterday. Um, we did find uh there were there was one game that the battery was so corroded that the it had corroded down into the wires and everything. So that went right into the trash. I wasn't even going to try to fix that one. And there were two basically the same game. Different companies made them, but they were basically the same game. Weird weird party game. You put something in your mouth and then you try to say a phrase that's on a card. And me and Patty both looked at it and were like, well, if this has been in people's mouths, we don't really
Yeah,
want
probably
it.
not.
So
Yo,
those
Steve.
so those two games went right into the trash. So I threw we threw 3 games away, and there's only been a couple of games that are missing parts. So far it's been a heck of a deal. And Steve didn't get to see
What sort of games?
it. Wait for it.
Yep.
That's a few games.
Yep. Bought about 100 of them.
Big fan of Jeopardy. Not very good at Pictionary.
Oh, there's games in here I've never really heard of.
I really like Othello. I
Othello's
was good at
fun.
that.
Um, Uno Stacco. I had no idea what that was. There's an Uno Dominoes.
Yeah,
Um, Stadium Checkers.
I haven't played that since I was 6.
I've never even heard of it.
The rings rotate.
Yeah,
You've got marbles, and the last person whose marble falls in the center wins. Some of the rings have 8 slots, some have 5, some have 4. And as you rotate them, your marbles may fall or your opponent's marbles may fall.
yeah.
You start with the top ring rotated slightly, and then everybody takes turns rotating until a marble falls.
Well, that's what I gathered. That was one that we sat there and messed with this morning a little bit, but I didn't play it. A lot of these games are brand new. Like Uno Dominoes is brand new. And uh if they played the Stacco game, they didn't play it very much. It was open. The Yahtzee Scrabble 10, brand spanking new. American Trivia, brand new. Uh,
I don't think I'd be very good at that one. That sounds like it's a whole
yeah.
bunch of who starred on this show. I don't know. It was a blonde, whatever.
Um, Somehow or another, I ended up with two tapples,
Okay, so what did this pile of games set you back?
$20.
Dang, you
Yeah,
won that one.
yeah. Well, see this game right here. I looked this up on eBay. This game right here brings about $30. So I'm already in the black.
Yeah,
Other than going to the auction, buying all this wonderful board games, going through all that, I have been busy wiping out a computer and reloading a computer. Oh,
getting ready to do that myself.
wow. So I think I think there was a configuration file that I ended up copying back over again because my fonts are they were fine. I copied something over and my fonts went wacky, and I'm not real sure what I copied over to make the fonts go wacky again.
So, Steve, what's your background?
The War Room from uh, Love the Atomic Bomb. Slim Pickens.
Dr. Strangelove.
Strangelove. Yep.
Okay.
Or Why I Stopped Worrying and Loved the Bomb.
Yep.
Well, it looks like we're going to go back into the atomic bomb business again.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
I haven't heard this one, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Apparently, we're going to resume atomic bomb testing,
okay.
which has been the SALT talks canceled that. The agreement was there would be no more testing, and we're now Trump has now said that we're going to start testing again.
Hmm. Okay.
That doesn't make me real comfortable, to be honest with you.
He is a vocal fellow.
Yeah, he is a vocal fellow.
I more or less have there's some stuff that he does that really, really makes sense, and there's other stuff that he does that I kind of sit there and go, what? Why? Why are we doing this? But
Well, I'm hoping this is one of those ideas that will pass. So the idea of um, having a lot of atomic bombs around or nuclear bombs or whatever doesn't make me very comfortable, given that I was in graduate school, I was a theoretical nuclear physicist. So
okay.
I just,
Hmm.
nuclear stuff makes me very, very nervous.
At least we know now that it isn't going to make the entire atmosphere explode.
Well, that's true.
Mm.
It doesn't mean it won't contaminate the entire atmosphere.
Well, yeah. Air doesn't hold on to radiation long. It's that nasty ash, though. I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Maybe. I I don't know. I mean, I was on a nuclear sub, and obviously that you have a healthy respect for it, but I never was afraid of it. I was never afraid of what it could do or anything, if that makes any kind of sense.
The one positive thing that I think might come out of more nuclear research is people will normalize it a little more and we'll hopefully get a few reactors to do power generation.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying while you were gone, sort of. I mean, I think the reactor that we had definitely was different than like the bomb reactor, but I was never afraid of it. I had respect for it, but I was never afraid of it. I was never afraid of what it could do. And I really do think we need more reactors for various things.
Well, certainly energy generation is an important factor. There's no question about that. Um,
Yeah. It's I'm trying to remember. You probably know, Art. I know it's two different kinds of radiation,
well,
but I'm trying to remember exactly what was our power plant. I'm trying
your
to
power
remember what it
plant,
used.
your power plant was the normal fission plant. Basically, you have a source of neutrons and
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that source was though. And I may not
I mean,
Well, it's
I,
it's either uranium or plutonium, either
yeah.
one. Um,
plutonium. I would not go on a sub with plutonium.
I don't
Uh,
think I would either. I think it was
but
uranium.
uranium is pretty benign. Um, and of course, you guys are sitting right on top of a plutonium plant there in, I guess,
Shandon,
I'm sorry.
Shandon. It's been closed for years and years.
That is what, on the west side of Miamisville or something.
Oh, the Miami Whitewater Park. Um, Actually, no, it's east of it. It's between Miami Whitewater and um, Ross.
Ross Ross that just down the road from there had a big nuclear whatever weapons or something.
It was a feed plant. It was at one point it was labeled as a Purina feed plant. That's all it said, Purina feed. It didn't say that it was a reactor or that it had nothing to do with Purina dog food. Even had the red and white checkerboard. I grew up in Shandon. Um, and at some point, I don't know what happened, but I got like 3 checks
Yeah.
from the Department of Energy for having lived there. Like, okay.
That was their bribery check, so you don't sue
Mhm.
the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that was the settlement. They had already been sued at that point. But yeah, I got like $6,000, 3,000 for having lived within 8 miles of it, and then 2 more checks for I think 1,500 each as follow-ups. It was interesting. I mean, I had an uncle that, well, uncle-in-law maybe, I don't know. I had a relation that worked there that actually died in the plant. And they said it was an accident, but there's a whole bunch of stuff to say, nah, that wasn't an accident. Um, but yeah, that made enriched uranium. They had the big salt baths to drop stuff in if it overheated, all sorts of interesting stuff.
When when we lived out in Hamilton, uh closer to Ross than Hamilton, but when we lived out there, I drove down there one day and there were still some signs up with little radiation placards,
Oh yeah.
even after they've went through and cleaned it up.
So I have a 1950s Geiger counter, and yeah, it's pretty sensitive. It ticks a little quicker when it's near there.
Hmm. The
Still not as much as if you just hold it in direct sunlight.
well, that's we would always get more radiation, or our little, what were those TLDs, the little counter
Mhm.
things. If we went up on deck, we would invalidate those because the sun would just screw with them badly.
Yeah, those are surprisingly sensitive to X-rays, and the Van Allen radiation belt helps with that quite a bit, but not completely.
Yep. Yeah, and our medic on board would always say, "Did you go on deck?" "Oh yeah." "Did you forget to take that off?" "Oh yeah, I guess I did." "Well, that explains this reading." But yeah, we were I don't know. I worked right pretty much right next to a reactor for a while. I mean, it was right there. But I liked it. It was fine. The when we were underway, we were allowed aft, but when they were doing the startup procedure and something else, uh, if, if you were uh, if you weren't an engineer, you weren't going to go back there. You would just get in their way. So they had magic that they were doing, and I'm not real sure what they were doing. Probably lining all the feed pumps and all the cooling pumps and all that stuff up. Google's not a got a new Pac-Man thingy.
Cool.
Yep.
Have you played it?
No, not yet.
You should.
Have you played it?
No?
Oh, it's a Halloween themed. Oh, scary. It's not running very good. Actually, it's running very, very poorly. I'll play it after, but yeah, I figured out what well, I didn't really figure it out. I plugged the hard drive in from the Raspberry Pi and scanned it, and it said there were bad thingamabobs on it, and then it fixed it, and now it booted up, and now I can sync all my crap again.
Well,
Haven't seen
everybody
that
should
happen
have.
often.
No.
I was going to say everybody should have synced crap.
Well, so the thing is I've got you can't see it. There's a little Raspberry Pi sitting back here right behind me. Raspberry Pi 3. It's been running continuously for, oh, I don't know, at least 2 years, probably longer than that until I killed the power on it yesterday. Um, it's got a 1 terabyte external drive and it does a berry boot. So the SD card boots off the hard drive. And it doesn't actually really have um, the full install. It's an image that it boots off of. So it's booting up like an old Raspberry Pi image. Somehow or another, last night it got corrupt. Or yeah, I guess it was last night. It got corrupted and what refused to boot. Um, but I've been using it, so I backed up all of everything that was on this computer first to that Raspberry Pi, which was not fun because that is not the fastest thing in the world to do. And I was trying to restore it all of a sudden it went out of sync. And I'm like, oh crap, what happened? And what happened was the Raspberry Pi just decided to stop working. So I rebooted it several times and it would not come back. So I pulled the hard drive out and scanned it and it's working fine now. So now one of the reasons why I wanted one of those Wise terminals was to replace the Raspberry Pi. So that's exactly what I did. So now well, actually, I'm using one of the Nooks now because it's much better and faster, a lot faster. But I took the Nook and I synced everything from the Raspberry Pi to the Nook. Now I just have to switch all the computers over to start syncing with the Nook instead of the Raspberry Pi, which ends up being fun. But hopefully I can get rid of that little Raspberry Pi because it is dying. It's
Really? I've got a couple of threes that have been running Octoprint and a couple other things for years.
yeah.
Um, they just keep on chugging. I've got them. I don't know about the Octoprint, but the others are set up so that they're read only, and any logging or anything they do for with NFS, but they just keep chugging along. And being read only, power stuff doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, if you had been using a Pi 4, that would have been much quicker to do your backups. I mean, technically 10 times, but realistically probably 12.
Well, the see, I think I probably could use a Raspberry Pi 4, except doesn't the Pi 4 use USB-C?
For power, yeah.
Yeah, okay. This drive this drive powers the Raspberry Pi.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, but because of that, the cable, of course, is what is that? Micro
Yeah.
USB or so I guess
Micro
I
B or whatever.
so I guess I could get an adapter. But there's no reason why this drive couldn't work with a Raspberry Pi 4 or 5 or anything else. I mean, it's just a standard USB drive. I just plugged it into the computer and scanned it and went, "Oh yeah, that's the problem."
I tried to walk somebody through that, not thinking that, oh yeah, they're on a Windows laptop. It was frustrating.
Oops. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking that I was telling Art that the reason why I wiped this thing out was because I kept getting kernel panics. Just constantly getting kernel panics. I would be doing something and it would kernel panic on me.
Full reboot or just kill an application?
No, it actually at one point it put up a like a pink screen that said kernel panic right in the center. Wouldn't let
Oh,
me do anything. I had never seen that before, but it was interesting. Um, So far, I haven't seen that. And I was constantly getting them for the past week or so. Just, I would boot up, I would be doing something and it would kernel panic on me. And I haven't seen that yet. I took the M.2 drive that you gave me out and put the original drive back in. I'm thinking maybe there was a bad sector on the one that I got from you.
Hmm, sorry.
It's not your fault. I
Let's see.
think
Have I
I
got
think you
more?
I think you had gotten those used from somewhere,
Yeah,
from work or something.
I have more if you want.
I'm not ready to go through this process again. So I will just let this. I did instead of leaving Windows 11 and dual booting, I went ahead and just wiped this out. I'm using the entire 512 gig partition, and I'm like, I'm not messing with Windows 11. I haven't had to deal with Windows for over a year. So if I
Only
don't
pla
need it,
only place I see a pink screen is for MacBook.
let me see. I don't know if I still have a picture of it. Um, let's see if I can find a picture.
Oh, found a picture of it in Ubuntu. Wow, that is bright pink.
Yeah, it's kind of mine was kind of
Fuchsia.
pinkish purple, but yeah, it's right
This
there.
this one looks like Raspberry Pi color. Are you running a mainline kernel on that? 614.
614, yeah.
You may want to go back to the 6.8.
I don't know what this one's running. Let me see what this one's running. I think this one might be running 6.8. No, it says 614. No, no. It's running 6.8. It's running 6.8. 6.8 is currently active. Yeah, see, I thought maybe that was the problem, was 614. It just did not like this computer. Is there a known problem with 614?
No, it's just very new and it's toys.
It's toys. So that's my dual screen. So it's split across both screens.
Yeah.
Kernel panic. Please reboot your computer. Great. You're not being very helpful. You're not telling me why you panicked. But I did like Tux. Tux did show up over in the corner. There's Tux. Yeah, I it seemed to me like if it hit a snag either on the hard drive or on the SSD, or it hit a memory snag, it would just freak out and stuff would stop working.
Mm,
And I also did that upgrade to Wayland, so I don't know
mhm.
if that's going to be a problem.
Mm. Wayland, I've got Wayland on one of my laptops and it seems fine. I am frustrated by the way some of the remote desktop stuff fails to work, but mostly it seems fine.
The only thing that I have found so far is there are a few apps that don't really like Wayland, and they will tell you they don't like Wayland. But like Sympathetic, I love Sympathetic. Sympathetic doesn't want to work with Wayland for some reason. You can run it, but you can't run it as root. You have to run it um, non-rooted. Ray's here. Hi, sideways, Ray. Ray's driving.
He's got also got his phone on mute.
Yeah. He doesn't want us to know what he's doing.
Well, it looks like he's in the truck someplace.
We're just gonna make stuff up for you, Ray. He's flying to
Yeah.
Venus. He's going to Romulus.
Kids, you're so evil.
We're just making stuff up. What's going on,
So
Mr. Ray?
where you at, Ray?
I'm south of Columbus, heading home.
Huh? Coming back from Romulus.
Yeah, back from Romulus.
There's a little town in Michigan called Romulus. Oh, he froze.
Right across the river from Remus.
Yeah, they're
Clarify,
actually both right
coming
there.
back from Romulan Empire. Neutral zone.
The neutral zone, yeah. Yeah, I am Romulus, Michigan.
That's a big hunkin' airport. I've flown into
Well,
that.
that's Detroit Metro.
Yeah.
I think right across the river. Oh, I've seen it once. I think there is a Remus somewhere, and it's up there. They're both like right near each other. There's a Remus. And let's go to Romulus. Not my location. My rotation is wrong.
There is, but it's tiny.
Yeah, one of them's real small.
And
They're
it
not
is,
they're not as close together as I thought either.
no,
Under
it is pretty far east of Detroit and a good bit north
180 miles, yeah.
or west, sorry.
But it is interesting. There's two Star Trek references right there in Michigan.
Well, actually,
Okay, yeah, that's not Star
that's
Trek.
Roman. That's Roman history.
It's Roman history, I know.
Remus
Star
and Romulus.
Star Trek stole it from the Romans,
Yep.
which also explains why um they look like Roman soldiers in the original series. Ray's back, maybe.
Yeah, I'm back.
So what is going on, Ray?
Not much.
Not much.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
driving.
almost pretty much no updates from me. Again, traveling so much. We did Boston, Washington D.C., um, Zanesville, uh, Columbus, Cincinnati.
So, are you
Doing
ready
it
for
every day.
are you
Big
ready
ways.
for Halloween?
Sure. Turn the light off, shut the door. Good.
Is your project done?
No. No project, no done.
I was really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. I like picking on you, Ray. It's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
probably just end up putting the skeleton in the window and turning on a strobe light. Really slow strobe light.
Okay.
Something just made noise over here, and I don't know what it was.
I'm switching back and forth between CarPlay and my speakerphone.
Oh,
Maybe that was it.
I don't think that was it, but maybe.
Yeah, there's like a 2 second delay when I'm on the audio from the CarPlay system. I don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't know. I don't have it. I don't have that, so I don't know.
We got the most of the roof done on the journal building, and we're planning for a patio deck and maybe another addition. So I have an outside staircase. It might be something.
Really?
Yeah. I got to go do some measurements and all that crap today or tomorrow or something. I don't know. But
Sometime soon.
it's just been so much rain lately that um, it's depressing to go over to the building because I don't really want to go up on top of the roof during the rain. But you know, I don't really want to go inside and start looking for leaks either. I'm just hoping everything is nice and dry.
Need to make sure they got all the leaks, though, Ray.
Yeah, I know. I know. It'd be nice if it all go in there and everything's just perfectly dry.
Yep. You could check that one off your list of things that need to be done.
Things I worry about while I'm sleeping at night. Is there water inside my building?
Did all that work that I just did go to waste because of water?
You have no idea. All my shop tools, my woodworking tools, they all got wet and humidity and they're all rusty. It just pisses me off. I don't know what else to think, what else to say.
Hmm.
It's just so irritating. So if everything stays dry, it'd be amazing.
You have done more to that building than any of the past owners.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
And I'm even including the journal. as a past owner.
Give it another year. You will be highly impressed.
I'm already impressed, Ray.
Give
I
me a
mean,
little bit more time.
the windows alone really changed the look of that building.
Yeah. But there's more coming. There's more stuff going to be changed. The from the outside, the windows just made it. It just did it. Okay.
Yeah.
But on the inside, the tile floor, uh, the paint, the restructuring, yeah, that all it's massive. And most people don't even think about like how difficult it is to put proper electrical here and there in a building. And it's work. Lots of work. It's work to do it right.
Yeah.
So that's why it's taken so crazy long. You know, I got to earn money and then spend it. Earn money and spend it. Um, it'll come together eventually. This has been the year of renovations for me. Lots of costly renovations. We put the new roof on the 2,500 square foot building, 1316 Hook, and then we put a new mansard roof on 1310 building. That was like 20 something $1,000 for the new roof on that. Then putting a roof on a journal building, all the interior renovations over at the 1300 building, patchwork at the roof patchwork over a 1320, and then we got all the little stuff done at the various buildings. Little trim work here, roof patch there, a little bit of plumbing here or there. Roof patch over at 601 North Verity, and the crew is like, hey, normally during the summer and stuff, their work is like construction and roof, and now it's getting into the winter, and they're begging for work while it's cold. They want to work inside, so they're going to be replacing some piping, some repair a little bit of plumbing here and there, doing a lot of painting, wall patchwork, electrical, lots of tile, and more tile. Good grief, so much tile. Seriously, man.
Did you do anything with the wavy floor up on, what was it? That wood floor that was all wavy? Is that the third floor?
Second floor,
Second floor?
middle floor. All of that hardwood flooring is now gone. It has been ripped up, and we're putting down a hardy board. I don't know if you know what hardy board is. It's like a cement board.
Oh, okay.
So we're screwing down cement board and then putting tile on top of that.
Cool.
And so that there'll be the cement backer board, and then grout and tile and all that crap. And that's why I said tile, and more tile.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that hardwood flooring has been cut up into like 8-inch long sections and 16-inch long sections. Maybe some of them might be a little bit, variety of sections, lengths. And we'll be cutting it up to make it for like pens and pencils and turning blanks. Uh, see if we can make some money there. I don't know. But it's just a lot of work to be done. I feel like all the area upstairs that was painted, we have to go back and repaint some of it. All the door trim has to come off. Redo the door trim, put it back up. They painted everything. The door
Yeah.
trim in place, the walls, the uh, the outlets, and the air vents, everything. They just painted it all in place, and I'm so distraught. But uh, it takes time to get the stuff done, you know. So do what we got to do, I guess. It's just hard work. Yeah. If they would have done it right the first time, it would have taken less work to do it right. Just take the wall outlets off, paint, put the new wall outlets on. But no, they had to paint everything in place, which leaves, more paint lines and, all that crap. Because when you take the wall outlet covers off, you got to scrape, sand it, put on drywall compound, resand it, paint everything over again, and then put on like jumbo covers. Oh,
And usually when you paint over top of the wall covers, you have to pry them off of the wall, which ruins the paint around it.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 Unless you
Uh,
go around them with a razor blade first.
yeah. I mean, there's lots of little tricks, but ultimately, depending on what kind of paint it is, you end up having to sand it, scrape it, whatever, and drywall compound, repaint it, and new covers. If you can use a drywall or a knife and cut it off nicely, depending on if it was a normal or small cover, you could replace it with like a jumbo cover or a large cover, and then you don't have to repaint. But yeah. I like to put on stainless steel covers on the electrical outlets and the the light switches. But you never know. Some of the light switches don't even work. The wall outlets, they don't even work. So we have to fix all that stuff, and it just,
I
yeah.
lived I lived at a place that somebody had painted all the covers over top of
Oh,
all the covers, but when you went to take them off, they kind of fell forward, so they were ripping the paint off anyway. I'm
well,
not real sure how they did that or why they did that.
the really stupid thing was like they knocked the pins out of the doors, okay? So out of the hinges for the doors.
Yeah.
They took the doors off. They threw all the doors in a pile. Okay? Which is like annoying. And then they painted over the door trim and the hinges. They're like, what the hell are you thinking? They painted the window frames, the overspray where they didn't tape them up right.
Yeah.
And again, I'm like, what? What are you thinking?
Thinking it was
So,
cheaper.
thinking they were never going to finish the job, never going to do it right. So, whatever.
Uh,
That ends up being my weekend job of going and fixing trim and setting a door, figuring out where all the doors go back to, uh, scraping floors, grinding floors, and putting in uh, carpet squares and stuff like that.
I got a good one.
What's
I
that?
have I have no idea why they did this, but the apartment that we live in
Yeah.
has 3 windows in it, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. All 3 of them are different sizes.
Well, I got a good one for you. One of the apartment houses that I used to own, they had, a certain floor layout, and they decided to change the whole floor layout. And they built up the walls, and they realized one of the windows was right where the wall came to. So you had half a window in the living room, and the other half of the window in the bedroom.
I've seen stuff like that before. I've seen stuff like that.
Over at Urgent Care, it was 2 units that they basically knocked down the center partition, and they made it one big urgent care, one big doctor's office. And they took one of the exit doors and they put a brand new air conditioning system in it. And as you open the outside door, that gets you access to the back side of the air conditioner unit. So one of the exit doors was a direct access to the air conditioner. The problem is they put the wall, like as if it were in a closet, they put the wall so close to it that you could never, even if you took out the air conditioning unit, you could never put a normal door back in there because the wall interfered with the doorknob. It was so stupid. I'm like, why didn't they just move the wall 3.5 inches over? Which makes me think they put the 2x4s on the wrong side of the line that they drew. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
They put the 2x4 wall on the wrong side of the line.
And 3 guys on the crew went, damn, that looks wrong.
Yeah.
Nail it.
Yeah. Do it anyway. Finish it. Finish it before somebody realizes. Finish it.
Well, my mom had a contractor put in like a little, she called it a sunroom. I called it a pain in the whatever. But he put up this thing against 2 doors, did not seal it. So every time it would pour down rain, the back wall of it was just a sheet of rain. And of course, that's the door that you would use to go into the house. So if you opened that door while it was raining, you were just letting a waterfall of rain come right into the house. It was the most stupidest thing I ever saw. And it actually, the only way to really fix it was to take it down and start over because he didn't put it up there right in the first place. There was like a gap that he didn't seal correctly. No. I think contractors, if they can get away with it, they will.
So I was looking at a property, and I was talking with a real estate agent yesterday. The property's been on the market 4 days. And she did her little bit of questions and investigation today. And she just got back to me and she says, yep, it's under contract already. So basically sold. They're in a contract to do it. They haven't even had their first open house. They're supposed to have an open house tomorrow or day after Saturday. And somebody evidently says, "Hey, here's an offer. Take it or leave it. You have 1 day." I guess they accepted the offer. But it's investment property. The guy, well, I saw the map, the numbers on it, and the guy lost $21,000 on it last year, and he lost money on it the previous year. So I guess he's looking to make money on flipping it on the sale. But it's crazy that it's only been on the market 4 days and it's sold already. Crazy.
That that little house that me and Patty were looking at 3 or 4 years ago that
Yeah.
needed it needed walls and all kinds of stuff. It sold pretty much the day that he listed it. It was sold, and
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody because they were selling it cheap, which is why me and Patty were interested in it. But it happens.
How much was it?
It's like 10.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tiny house. It was not big. And I know I mean, it went to somebody who was going to flip it. They were going to fix it and flip it, but there was no
I would.
walls. There were
Yeah.
no walls. There was nothing in this house. There it was bones. That was it. There was nothing in there. You'd have to either do all the work yourself or hire somebody to do it. But at the price they were selling it for, it was worth doing the work.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
and when me and Patty saw that listing, we both went, let's go get this house. It's cheap and it was in a decent neighborhood. And we knew it needed work.
Well,
So,
the property I was looking at yesterday, I did some pretty deep looking into it. I mean, I know exactly what the rentals were. So it's a 8-unit apartment building. So eight apartments. Each apartment was 2 bedrooms. A single 3-story all brick building. One building, 3 stories. You walk in, and there's a big staircases going up and down. Some nice renovations recently, and it was 550,000. And I was highly interested. The thing that really threw me off was the yearly taxes are 15,700. Every year, your taxes were 15,700. Didn't matter if the place was rented, abandoned, nothing.
yeah.
Your taxes were 15,000. I was like, holy crap! I mean, that stunned me. And then I was like, okay, what else is going on? He lost $21,000 over all the expenses and everything for last year. He lost 21,000 something last year. Like, if it's losing that bad, oh my lord, why? His incoming money was like 65,000. Then you take off the taxes, take off, renovation, legal problems, this, that, and everything, and he lost $21,000. Like, holy crap! Got to be something crazy going on.
Yep.
But I went through the numbers. I was like, he had a property manager that was bleeding him dry on every little issue. Charging him a lot on every issue. Charging him every year like $2,500 a year on re-renting, like renewing leases. Even though he had people that were there for over 10 years, like 3 apartments are rented for long term, he kept getting the yearly renewals. And you have to get pay for the yearly renewals, which I think is stupid. Um, you're just getting nickel and dime to death on everything. Like, yeah, we can streamline this. I could probably do that, assortment of stuff. For an 8-unit apartment, I thought that would be a great deal, especially since every unit was a 2-bedroom. It looked appealing. I was like, yeah, let's look into this. Let's go see the open house this weekend. I did not think at all that they would sell the property before the open house was scheduled. So anyway, that's out. I obviously I run all these ideas across Carol before I act on anything. Carol's response is, "Well, Ray, I didn't know you were interested in doing any residentials anymore." Like, no, I'm not exactly interested. And she was saying something about how even if we, save this money, save that money, and everything, we would make $20,000 a year. But what's 5% of the cost? You can get that using a bank CD, and then you got zero risk, zero problems, zero headaches. Just stick the money in a bank on a certificate of deposit, or get a federal bond or something. Make more money and have zero risk, zero problems, zero investment issues. Yeah. I could do that.
Yep.
I think I'd be better off just to wait for a nice commercial property. I think they make more money.
I know nothing. I'm
You know
just
nothing.
here. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
just here.
so all my stuff over to the journal building, and we set up a maker space there, or start making a maker space. You gonna hang out over there,
I
Leroy?
uh I just might.
I mean, it sounds
Give
like a good idea to me. Start moving stuff over there and setting up a maker space downstairs. Be in the
not that
basement
this
area.
is not that this is makerspace related, but I just bought 100 board games. We could set up a board game room,
A game room.
a game room.
Sounds
The
interesting anyway.
the there's that comic book shop that's up on Central Avenue, and they have a game room, and apparently they are extremely busy.
Really?
Yeah, apparently people want to play games. Of course, I think they're playing Magic and D&D, but apparently people want to play games.
Maybe working at home is extra boring. They
I
need
have
It
people
is.
interaction.
I have no idea. I I think um, larger groups probably need a space to game like that, but some of those games you could spend hours just setting the games up.
Yeah, and more hours setting up the 3D printers to print pieces for games
Yeah.
and trays and all the other crap. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just saw it was interesting. And like I said, I just bought 100 board games because I am nuts.
What'd you do? Run into them over to Caesar's Creek Flea Market or something?
Auction yesterday.
Ah. What kind of games did you get?
Oh, you know, board games.
You know. So
You're
over at
you're
the
you're driving, so you can't really look, but there they are.
Never heard of chicken out.
That's an
Body
old
boggle
game.
sounds kind of weird.
It's a party game.
Sea
There's
Battle,
uh,
Jeopardy.
Sea Battle is basically Battleship, made by Radio Shack. Um,
Sorry.
sorry.
So is this something that they set up for playing games once a week? Or
So that, like I said, that comic book shop. Oh, that comic book shop. Um, Mostly it's Magic the Gathering, which is the card game, which doesn't
yeah,
require a whole lot of setup, or D&D, which requires some setup depending upon your DM. They could do that ahead of time.
yeah.
Um, so it doesn't require a whole lot of setup and a whole lot of prep. They've got one room back there that it's a small room. It only has room for 8 people, but they book it ahead of time and then they schedule tournaments and whatever um for like the weekend. So
Okay.
the last time I was in there, he had 2 folding tables set up in front of the store. People were playing something. I don't know what they were playing. Probably Magic. And there were people standing around waiting to get into the actual game room. So I think that there's a possibility. Anyway, there's something to it. Um, I
Okay.
think I think you would need like I said, he has certain days and certain games that they want to play, but I think he also has it where you can book that room. So if you want your group to be there, um,
So he does not want to have game night at another location. He wants the attention for his comic book
comic
store.
books. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah. But like I said, I since there were people outside waiting and there were people sitting at card tables, I think there's a draw for it. I
Yeah.
mean, it might be a weekend kind of deal, or it might be a we want to do gaming on Wednesday nights. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean?
What
But I
about
think,
using my upstairs banquet hall for a Friday night or a Saturday night?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's something that would need to be planned ahead of time
Oh yeah.
and advertised well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a spot that can handle more than 8 people would probably be
Oh,
ideal.
even the upstairs banquet hall would be able to handle 40, 50 people.
Right.
Really.
I also think that if you wanted a smaller spot, a smaller gaming spot, if you only had 10 or 15 people or whatever, you probably could set a space up to do something smaller.
Well, I've got 27 offices, so we can
Yeah,
figure it out.
exactly. There's plenty of room in that building.
Oh, there's
But
there's
I I don't think you should compete on the comic book side of things,
oh,
but the
no.
game room side of things, that seems like a thing that people want to do. Um, there's another comic book shop up. It's not in Centerville, but it's close to Centerville. They have like a large room that probably got 20 tables in it. They probably have, 8 seats per table. So, and every time I've been in there, it doesn't matter what day it is, there's always people sitting at those tables. So, I don't know. I'm just saying there's the possibility. That's all I'm
How
saying.
many tables do they have? 20 tables?
There's probably 20 tables in there with
Wow,
between between 5 and 8 people per table.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
There's one out here by me um, in Eastgate Mall. I've never gone in there and not seen at least 15 or 20 people playing games.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I have gone in, except at very, very late at night, but every time I have gone into that comic book shop there in Centerville, that game room is at least half full. And most of the time it's filled to
More.
capacity. Yeah.
How very optimistic of you. Half full.
And they also sign up and they sponsor tournaments and all that fun stuff. And you can rent that room out if you wanted to, or you could um, you know, go on a day if you wanted to learn how to play Magic or whatever. They teach you how to play Magic. You go in, you buy a pack of cards from them, and they sit there and tell you how to play.
That's cool.
Yeah. Um,
I'm just trying to think of how to get attention for the journal building. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Um, so anyway, yeah.
well,
Uh,
I got the idea. I don't know how to execute it, but
but-
there's your free idea for the day.
well, if you got time on the weekend, come see me. I'm gonna be home this weekend, I believe. Um, and the roof looks incredible, interesting. But we're looking at, and I've already paid for it, the patio deck on the lower roof. We're putting in a wooden deck as a patio, and it's going to be. Right now, I think the building is it's like 48 feet by 40 feet. That's the roof area, and we're going to make the patio like 36 by 40, and that's all going to be decked space up there, so we can have a party up there or interesting. But we're also looking at putting up a outside stairway that goes from the second floor to the second floor roof. So it's something that I'm still working on the logistics of it, how to put in the outdoor stairwell, but it's doable. I know it's doable.
All things are with enough money and time.
Well, I've wasted plenty enough time, and yeah, I guess it's all just money left at that point, and we're going to keep wasting more time. So we keep working on it, but
Yeah.
work to do, you know.
In your in all your travels and whatever, you might want to just pop your head into a couple of comic book shops if you see them. Just see how busy the stupid things actually are.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because most comic book shops do comics and games. And I would say their main attraction is the games, not so much the comics. Even though they get quite a bit of few people in there buying comics.
Comics are still cool, but what kind of games you talking about? Like Pirates of Catan or Magic the Gathering, Pokemon,
Sure.
D&D.
D&D?
Yeah,
I
most
doubt not everybody could be sitting around playing Sorry. You know?
no. The games that work best, from what I have been able to tell, are the ones that require minimal setup or
Or
setup that you can do pre setup that you can do ahead of time. So, if you've got D&D, you've already got your characters and everything, you could just go to play, take your characters home, go back the next week and play again. But it
all right.
you usually see, I don't know how many people are playing Pokemon anymore, but Magic, Pokemon, D&D, RPGs, role-playing games.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and like I said, the guy there in Middletown, he does actually have a couple of days that I don't know if he does it every week, but he does it at least once a month. He has come learn how to play, and it doesn't cost anything to learn how to play. He actually charges $5 a person to get into the game room.
Okay. Um, Similar topic. Our building 1300. It's the front building next to Dynamic Dies. There's nobody in there right now, and my wife has been renting out for like parties, birthday parties, and wedding showers and baby showers, stuff like that. And they had a birthday party for this 12-year-old or 13-year-old or whatever. And the mom hired this guy to bring his trailer and 8 computers and big screens, and you could go in there and play all these different games. Oh, what's that one car game where you're stealing cars? Grand Theft Auto.
GTA.
Yeah, they were playing Grand Theft Auto. They were playing, monster games. They were doing bunch of shooter games, first
Yeah.
person shooter type games, uh, Call of Duty and stuff like that. And it
Did
was not cheap, but this trailer was like really decked out, nice. Um,
did it
a
look
bunch
like
of
a semi
keyboards.
truck?
Wasn't quite that big. Maybe it was like 24 feet long, all
Okay.
black. You go inside and there's seats and couches everywhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the monitors were mounted up away. I thought that was pretty cool.
Uh 20 years ago, there was a place out at the flea market that was basically, he had a bunch of computers and he would host LAN parties out there.
Okay.
Um, I don't know what happened to that guy. I don't think it was overly successful at the flea market. But you could go in there, you pay to get in. He assign you a computer. You play for a few hours and he would kick you out. Let somebody else come in. But um that idea has not it that idea is not wholly new. It's been around for a while and I have seen
Yeah.
variations of it.
Yeah, there's
There
a lot of
was
variations on LAN parties, LAN gaming parties.
yeah. Um
Nowadays, a lot of
la
people, they want to build their own computer, bring it.
last week, so last week, I think last week I saw I it might have been a semi truck roll through and it was black and it had Monster Energy drink on the side and then it in big letters gaming something or other party game
Yeah, that sounds real familiar.
and
Yep.
that's kind of what this place what it was they pull up outside and plug in and you go and you play video games and I'm like somebody's got some money somewhere.
Fortnite, and yeah.
Yeah.
There are two shops down here in Cincinnati that you pay at the door and you can play pinball, video games, whatever, for 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah. You get
Yep.
a video
And if it's
pass
a
or
slow
something.
day, they really don't count the hours you're there. Big
There
fan of
was
Black Knight 2000.
there was a video game, uh, an arcade, I think at Forest Fair Mall that was like that. You go in, you pay one fee, and you could stay in there all day long and play.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened to them either, but you could get some PS5s or some Xbox machines and do pretty much the same thing. Set up, have LAN parties using consoles instead of computers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the like user accounts and all that stuff would be done, but yeah.
That semi truck, maybe it wasn't semi truck, but that semi truck that I saw go through town, it said it had internet on it. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing you could log into your accounts. But
Nowadays, it seems like everybody wants you to log into an account for who your character is and get your character and what status you were in the game and all the
yeah,
other crap.
yeah. But there's a possibility there. I don't know how many people around here would use something like that, but that is a possibility.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
I
one
don't,
here in Eastgate, I know they pay their lead DM pretty fairly. He's not hurting
yeah,
because he's the draw for that one.
okay. So I've never played Magic, so I've wanted to go and learn how to play Magic, but I'm afraid would be one of those games that would suck me in and just keep, I would keep buying more and more Magic cards.
I got a few hundred of those cards.
Do you?
I don't know if they're worth anything, but I got a few hundred of cards.
Uh,
I know they make an application where you set your phone on this little fixture and it just starts scanning your cards one at a time.
Cool.
That way you can tell what they're worth and what they do and all that crap. I have no idea. I wouldn't even know how to sort them.
Yeah.
When I bought the journal building, there was there was stuff everywhere, and in cleaning up, we found a box of Magic the Gathering cards and a so it seemed like a bunch of them was like the one box was just a bunch of crap, but then they had another package that was like a vinyl bag that they took for going different places, and it had probably 300 or 400 cards in there. Might be 1,000 cards in the other box. And yeah, so maybe that was their good deck and or good stash. I don't know. I didn't find any booklets with individuals separated.
Yeah.
We found some with like Pokemon. And my son took those, and man, I bet they're worth nothing now. So,
My youngest son played a lot of Magic and other stuff. And when he finally got out of it, he took his cards to a shop on Montgomery Road and they gave him 4,000 for it. And he didn't,
holy
he
wow!
had probably 600 invested in the cards he had bought.
Wow.
Yeah, the people that are into that stuff are really into that stuff.
See, that's why I don't really want to learn how to play because
Yeah.
I would fall victim to, oh, I need more. I need that card. I need it. I have to have it. And I obviously like board games. Otherwise, why would I buy 100 of the damn things?
Wow.
And nobody's seen my closet. My closet, there's probably 200, 250 board games in there.
Well, Leroy, let's get together on the weekend or something and see what space is available at the journal building for starting a workshop, makerspace, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Now that things are dry,
Hopefully they say that way.
yes,
Knock on
it
wood.
it, it has looked really good in the past week, and I'm gonna go in there tomorrow morning and see how dry things are now. If they're dry, I'm gonna be so happy. I might shed some tears.
Ray's
All
crying
the
with happiness.
styrofoam is cleaned up because they used it. The plywood's gone because they used it. Now we get to move all the tile down to the lower room so they can use it. My building's gonna start to empty out because we're actually using the stuff. Um, the the printing press lower supports are steel and stainless, or not stainless steel, steel and iron, cast iron. And they're thinking that the cast iron might be something we can actually saw apart. So we might be able to get that stuff out of there too. That'd be so nice. Oh, I'm telling you, man, that is just crazy getting that stuff out of there, man.
Ray,
Okay.
Ray sounds happy.
Man, you have no idea. Just getting the stuff cleaned up and dry, and yeah, it's gonna be greasy for a while, but yeah, this stuff's got to get done. You
I
get this
really
stuff
like
done.
that one low ceiling room next to the press room. I have no idea what that was for other than maybe storing ink, but I liked that room a lot.
That room has been stripped down empty, and we're redoing the lighting in it. It is ready for the bunker, whatever you want to call it. Uh, I don't know what they did in there really either. I think they were doing processing negatives.
Yeah, that'd fit. That's big though. Hmm.
Uh,
I had a chance to buy a a full-size plate camera, one that was used probably in the 30s. It was mostly rosewood and oak and teak. And the plate that was being exposed when you clicked the shutter was like 5 feet by 4 feet.
No way.
They would hand lay out a newspaper or whatever, full scale
Then
for,
expose the plate?
yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, the plates were all chemical etch and it was quick and relatively easy.
I
And
got
they
one
were,
for you. You know how they used to lay out plates and they would use lead, hot lead for doing lettering and stuff?
yeah,
So the floorboards in the section of the journal building that we tore up, we found hot lead where it had solidified between the boards and under the boards. Um, so I've got lead chunks from where it melted down into the boards.
nice. Heidelberg's the company that started that,
Yep. Yep.
but lots of other companies did that. When I worked for a printing company for quite a while, and our Nashville office had an old Heidelberg hot lead press. They still used the thing. And this was 90s and early 2000s. Don't tell
Cool.
the EPA that you've got lead
Oh,
in your
no,
lumber.
it's all cleaned up. All cleaned up. We ran into it quite by accident. It's funny.
That's how they find asbestos, just by accident.
That's just
Yeah.
We just randomly found it.
ours has all been cleaned up too. Anyway, yep.
Yeah, you'll open something and go, "Oh, damn, there's a bunch of asbestos in here."
The ex and I owned a house in Hamilton that had asbestos wrapped heat pipes and stuff. And when we bought the house, part of the mortgage was that that would be mitigated. And we got quoted $6,000 for it. And like, oh, no, no, no. So that was the $6,000 was added to the mortgage, which we ended up paying for it anyway. But we took a withdrawal on uh, I forget what they call the fund for the house. Did it ourselves for about $400. Water hose, bunny suits, and just being slow and careful.
Yeah, you
Yep.
probably can't get away with that anymore.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, you can.
As long as
probably,
nobody
probably
opens their
shouldn't.
mouth.
Probably shouldn't get away with it, but yeah, you can. Uh,
I mean, we were in the same gear that somebody that we would have hired would have been in.
bunny suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, Ray,
sir.
do you have a 3D scanner?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the otter
Uh,
from Creality.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring the baby powder and dots.
Baby powder and dots.
Yeah.
I
So it
don't want
depends
to
on
scan. I don't
what do
want to
you.
scan me.
I don't want to see you covered in baby powder either.
Oh,
What are you wanting to scan?
couple of the so far all of the board games had like most of their parts. I've got 2 board games that are missing a couple of tokens, and they're kind of unique tokens. And I just thought, oh, maybe if I can scan them and 3D print them, that
Do you
would
mean
be
like
cool.
are you talking about like Monopoly playing pieces or
No, they're actually. Let me see if I can find a picture.
some of the stuff might be easier to just draw it up in CAD and 3D print it?
I doubt it.
Okay, I don't know.
Maybe, but I kind of doubt it.
But yeah, I was scanning this owl and it looked okay. Um, but I was trying to scan what basically looks like a Lincoln log, and it did not come out very good at all. It was a very smooth beam,
Yeah.
and that was a pain in the butt. So yeah, it just takes it. It's gonna take some better work. Um, dots and I'm told
Base,
that the baby powder will make it react better.
basically these things.
Those are
Um,
bizarre.
Yeah, they're kind of unique. That's why I was looking for on Thingiverse to try to find them, and I can't find them. And then I suddenly thought, oh, maybe I can scan them or get them scanned. Because I think I've got the blue one and the yellow one. I think I'm missing the red and the green.
yeah, I got a scanner. You probably scan them and then
I mean
3D print them and then do like a acetone bath, vapor
oh,
bath.
I'll just 3D print them in the colors that I need. I've got the colors, but I, it was just a thought. They want
Yeah.
that was an eBay listing. They want 10 flipping dollars plus shipping for those characters.
And you
That
say
is
you've got two of them?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
you don't need to
but
pay
but
$10.
but 10 flipping dollars plus shipping is almost as much as I paid for the entire lot of games. I mean, I only paid $20 for all those games. I am not paying $10 for no flipping little characters.
Two little characters. At that rate, I'd say just sell off all of your games in pieces.
Yeah. Well, I believe me and Patty have already had that discussion. Because I've got a 1960s version of Monopoly that looks complete, but the box was completely destroyed. And some of those pieces might actually be worth something.
The race car.
The race car. But yeah, it just dawned on me. Oh, I could just maybe try to scan those. Yeah, they're not. These people don't quite want $10, but
Actually, take that with me.
they're up there.
Oh, it's all over.
Wet feet.
What feet?
Wet. Water on my shoes. uh,
Don't be tracking water in your house, Ray.
yeah. Some old lady will yell at me.
Hmm.
That's what they do.
That's what they do, yeah.
All right. Well, it's getting ready to go on 7, so we are in person next week,
Yay.
November 6th. And
Ooh,
I am going to be spending a lot of time tomorrow with the grandkids trick or treating.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Make
I
sure to
like.
test the Reese's cups.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is that
yep.
the 6th?
November 6th. Yes.
Um,
Do we have a subject
Um,
or toys to bring?
I could do something, maybe. I need an idea. I can bring board games.
I will not be there. I am
Um,
sure of that. I will be in California
okay.
or on the way back from California.
I
Where am I going to be at next week? Next
December.
California.
Ray doesn't even know where he's at now.
No, does it?
Hi, Carol.
Easy a little bit.
Guess I'm flying on Monday. Tuesday school, Wednesday school, Thursday. I don't know where I'm at.
On your way home.
Flying on Thursday. Flying on Thursday? I might actually be able to make it to the meeting. You doubt it. Thanks. Okay.
Yep. Yep. No, November 6th and November 13th is in person.
Okay.
So those are our
Email
two.
us a topic.
I don't know a topic. I want a topic. I'm probably my mom liked the little village that I found, so I'm probably going to start printing Christmas villages for her. I gotta get white filament, but
You can start printing village people.
yep.
Okay. I got lots of white filament.
Do you have white filament? See, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to have to
You
get
want,
a hold of you.
you want PET G or you want PLA or PLA plus?
What do you have the most of, Ray?
I don't use PET G yet. Not much at all.
I need a spool of black PETG,
I got it.
but you're not going to be at the next meeting.
Well, I might. Maybe I'll just throw it in a truck and uh, it depends on
Uh,
how
if
Carol has my return flight. That's all it is.
if I get over to see him Saturday or Sunday, I probably could just throw it in my car and you guys could deal with how you're getting him some money, and then I'll have it for you.
Okay. You froze
That
up
works.
on me.
You froze up on me.
You froze. We'll get it. We'll make it happen. One way or another,
Um,
we'll make it happen. I got plenty of black, plenty of white.
I don't know the Pet G. I like it. Oh, hi Aiden.
Huh.
I don't really know if I need to use it for that particular Christmas Village project, but I do like it. So, it is 7 o'clock, and my tummy is telling me food time. So
Same
I'll see
here.
you. I'll see
Good night.
everybody next week. Bye.